Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 5 of The Acolyte. The last 2 episodes have been a little rocky to say the least. There's definitely been some highlights throughout, but I definitely have had a couple of issues with the execution so far. However, one thing I did think was really well done was that lead-in at the end of last episode. Just as things were getting tense and crazy, they definitely cut us off and left us waiting for what happens next as the Sith Lord has descended upon these Jedi who are coming to get May. Oh my lord, the whole reveal there, all that was really well executed. From May stumbling upon Kelnacca's dead body, already killed before she could even do anything, when she made the resolution to hand herself over, which again, I'm curious to see how that evolves because the information we currently have as the audience doesn't compute, doesn't line up with a lot of her current actions. So I'm really invested in where that goes, or at least intrigued by where that goes. But the reveal of the Sith as Osha's outside, the Jedi are out there being like, get out with your hands up! And then he just descends out of the shadows. All that was really well done. And I'm excited to see how they pay that off and to see if they stick the landing half as gracefully as he descended from those treetops. And real quick, before we get into this, I want to say something I feel like shouldn't need to be said, but there's been a lot of stuff going on online as of late, and I'm just going to put this out there, man. I don't care if you like this show or not. I don't care which side of the camp you are on. Death threats are not a way to get your point across. I've got my fair share, but dishing them right back out to people because of that, just because they disagree about a TV show, relax. Take a step back and breathe. Something. That's not the way to be heard. I just want to put that out there. Little serious moment here before we jump into the episode. Denounce the shit out of that. But with that said, guys, let's get ready to hop into this week's episode. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gives you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes from reaction the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got month Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage to try to make it worth your while, since you are going to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And with that all said and out of the way, let's hop into episode 5, Night. Here we go. How far did she get chucked? Hear how faint that is? How far did he toss her? Oh, come on. Don't tell me we missed out. Oh, that was the impact from that force push. Okay, there's still some action going on. Okay, so she didn't get tossed that far, but the fight has moved away from this area. Okay, there we go. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, I was gonna say, if she wakes up and this fight's already over, I would be a little upset. Damn. Oh. Oh. Yo, that bracer block and headbutt. Wait, whoa, what happened? What the fuck happened to their lightsabers? Oh, that was interesting. What the hell? God damn. Oh! That was sick. Good God. Ooh. Maybe again. Try it again. Keep shooting. God, do something. Oh my God. But my lord, that stab and then the pull onto the other one, that was wicked. But where's Soul and Jecki? Where are they? Oh. Whoa. Okay, there you are. Okay, I didn't mention this last week, but if it's not The Weasley dude that's been following her around, my number 2 suspect is Mother Coral.
Civilian to the ship.
Get her out of here, Yord. All right, the shape. Oh, fuck off. No, go back. Go back. I know what I'm watching. Get this out of here. Get this out of here. Get back. Oh, get this out of here, too. Okay, here we go.
Master So.
Who are you?
You don't remember me.
I sense something familiar.
God. Okay, I'm almost certain now that it's Coral.
You carry a Jedi weapon, but you are no Jedi.
Damn it. The choreo is really fucking good so far. Clean. Oh, whoa, Jecki with the drop kick. Oh, let's go.
You're under arrest for the murder of Master Indara, the murder of...
Weren't you just about to turn yourself in? Just do it.
The murder of Master Torbin, the murder of Master Kelnacca, the fire that killed your family.
Oh, just chill. God damn. Oh, that was a good move.
Show your face.
And let you read my thoughts. No.
Does your helmet block that power?
What master hides his face from his pupil?
You tell me.
Ooh. Oh, I like that. Calling out his own deception. God damn, this fight, these fights
Jecki is a
are
Jedi.
sick.
I need to get you to safety. That thing is too dangerous.
Dude, I'm gonna need someone, and this isn't like a complaint against the episode. Like the structuring, the bouncing back and forth makes total sense for the way to structure this episode right now. But I would love for somebody to do an edit to make these fights unbroken. Oh. The fuck?
What is he, Yord?
I don't know. He doesn't follow the rules of combat, and there's no method to his movements. It doesn't make sense. He gets into your head, and he stays there.
My mother could do that. Get inside a Jedi's head. I saw it once.
We have to keep moving.
Yep, she did fuck up Torbin real hard. Dude, I love that we're getting so much hand-to-hand as well. Oh, let's go!
You took Master Kelnacca's saber.
Uh-oh. Oh! Whoa! Jeez!
May, you can learn from this Padawan. She's a loyal pupil.
Jesus! What is up with that? It temporarily, fritzes out their sabers. But it's just whatever that bracelet is on that arm. Holy fuck. Oh my god. We haven't seen a lightsaber fight this clean in a long time. Fuck. Eyes on the prize, eyes on the game. No! Damn it, Jecki!
Turn off your saber. The light attracts them.
Attracts what?
Oh, the bugs, they're awake now. Man, I really think these last 2 episodes should have just been combined.
You've always been weak.
You... Oh! So close! Wow. God. This has to be wildly conflicting right now. Uh-oh. She's having another vision.
What is it?
We have to go back.
Please, don't.
He's gonna kill them. He's gonna kill them all.
Why would you turn your light on? You literally just mentioned light attracts these things. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna Dark Knight this shit then. What is with this metal? That's so fucking wild. It's like a CC on their lightsabers. One headbutt, one go. No, show us. Oh! Wow. Nope, it was him. It was him. I'm not gonna lie, that's fucking me up right now, man. That was brutal. Was that its name?
She was a child.
You brought her here. Hello.
So, whoa. Wow.
You really didn't know it was me. Not even deep down. You attacked me while my back is turned? Not very Jedi of you.
What are you?
I have no name, but a Jedi like you might call me Sith.
Why risk discovery?
Well, I did wear a mask.
What do you want?
This guy's a little.
The freedom to wield my power the way I like. She exposed me, so now I have to kill every single last one of you. I don't make the rules. The Jedi do. And the Jedi say I can't exist. They see my face, they all die.
Yo. Damn, Yord. Shut down his saber.
You. Surprise.
Oh! Holy shit! This is brutal for Star Wars, man. Oh, she hit her that time. Wow, Jecki and Yord. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little. That fucking has turned my stomach. Yo, fuck. No, you're gonna get him killed.
His mind is twisted by darkness.
I've accepted my darkness. What have you done with yours?
All right, here comes the bats. The bat bugs.
The Jedi do not attack the unarmed.
Rules, rules, rules. If you never follow them, you never have to break them.
I love you, baby.
Aww. Wow. Oh. No way that's how he goes out, but that was
Why
still
did he say that?
really smart.
Why did he say I shouldn't trust you? What did you do?
Please, Osha, I'll explain.
Oh. Oh no.
What have you done? I did what I needed to do for you, for our family. Everything you've ever done has been for yourself. All of these lives lost tonight. The Jedi got what they deserved. Those Jedi were more my family than you ever were. They invaded our home. Invaded? You're the violent one. You started that fire. And I would have been dead too if it weren't for the Jedi. They've brainwashed you. They've turned you against me. But it's okay.
You've done that yourself.
I can help you return to yourself.
Oh, is she gonna...
I love you. Don't choose them again. Please choose me. Choose us.
1, what did she do with Soul? 2, are we gonna see what really happened that night?
We both survived.
We'll probably hold that off to next episode, I would bet.
Is each other now. You're a criminal, May. You must pay for your crimes. What are you doing? What I came here to do. You did this to yourself. You followed a false master. So did you. Leave Soul out of this. He stole you from us. He saved my life. And what kind of life is that, huh? A life without purpose? Without love? Without family? He led you nowhere.
Oh no. Is she gonna pretend to be her yet again? What is she gonna do? Fuck. Oh, did she literally just leave? Oh, fuck.
Soul.
Wow, it's May.
She's gone. We must get to the ship. Here, let me help you.
I can't believe they killed them so... I mean, it's the only way this would fall into place, and... Oh, God damn, it still doesn't hurt any less, man. I actually liked Yord and Jecki quite a lot, and that was just cold. Especially that 3-point stab that Jecki got, man. Fucking A. So is she just leaving Osha here? Like, what is the plan? Not to mention, we also... Oh, is he gonna out her? That might be the one good thing you do, little guy. And what is this metal? It blocks the force. Like he said, like as long as he's got that on, they can't probe his mind. And it can fritz out lightsabers upon contact, like blocking with his headbutts and that arm guard. Cortosis? What is
What
this?
extraordinary beings we are.
Oh God, what now?
Even in the revelation of our triumph, we see the depth of our despair.
Wow. Fuck. Well, it was as simple as it was, what's his face? I think it's Qimir. I think that's his name. I don't know how to say it. I've seen it like written more times than I feel like we've heard it. I love the reveal, man. I really did. I like the way that came about. And the choreography in this episode was phenomenal. That was some of the best that we have had in years. This was like prequel territory combat. And I love that there was a little more of a grounded nature to it, like the utilization of, hand to hand in the mix of a lot of these fights, and the way they even added in these unique elements of whatever this metal is that he is wearing, that he's encased himself in. Real quick, I just did a quick little dive. It seems to be, like, based on the properties we've seen so far, it seems to be cortosis. Until I looked it up, I completely forgot that cortosis actually fritzes lightsabers out on contact. I knew it was resistant, I know it was lightsaber durable, and it could deflect them. Completely didn't remember the fact that it could actually short them out. For whatever reason, that detail completely left my mind. So that combined with the whole force resistance thing, the little line about him being like, oh, as long as I have this on, you can't probe my mind thing. Those both together kind of threw me off a little bit during the reaction. As far as I'm aware, cortosis isn't force resistant. It doesn't like block the force. It blocks lightsaber blows. Like its properties allow it to do that, but I don't recall it being able to actually, like Magneto's helmet, block the force. And maybe that was figurative. Maybe if like he needs to make eye contact. There's a lot of like, vagaries when it comes to how like the mind probe works. Does he need to be able to see the person behind the mask? Do you need to be able to make that mental connection to the identity of the person? So is the protection from the anonymity, or is the protection due to the material of the mask? Not exactly sure. Having this ability to block a lightsaber with your fucking forehead and forearm, like, added a pretty wild mix into the fights themselves. Like, there was these little things throughout it that made it feel very visceral and a lot more rooted. It's definitely like this happy medium between, like, the flashy choreography of the prequels and the grounded nature of the OT, and even what they were attempting to go for in like the sequel trilogy and stuff like that. The display of skill, turning off the lightsaber, turning it back on to confuse the enemy, the utilization of the force mixed in with the fight, like that one Jedi that he impaled, and then the other one that was trying to get away, and he was just like, nope, and pulled them on and skewered them both together, and then pulling out for the decap. That was wild. Like, that was some wicked shit. On top of that, Jecki and her hand-to-hand, like, there was no lightsaber in that fight. Like, it was just pure fisticuffs between her and May. All of that was really well done. And then when it came down to Jecki versus the Sith, she put up a damn good fight. You're bringing out the dual sabers and just going to town. And then, fuck, it wasn't enough. That fap. And she was just done? Wow. God, man. I really liked her and Yord so much. And that literally made my heart sink into my stomach right there. I knew that if this was to stay on track, anybody that saw this fucker likely had to either not learn anything about who they were or what they were, or had to die. And I was hoping there would be some kind of way for the characters I like to have progressed out of that. And then on top of that, Yord coming in for the save, using the helmet to deactivate his lightsaber, using his own tricks against him. Loved that little bit, but a little too late. And he just got the neck snap. Dude, that was just some cold shit. I know they were talking about the Darth Maul fight was what they were aiming for. Like, that was the pedestal they were holding up. That was like their target. Let's see if we can do something near that. They got pretty damn close. Whoever choreographed this stuff, they did a damn good job. This episode has some of the wildest and most creative fight choreography we have seen in this universe in a long ass time. And it's still so unique and stands out from any of the fights that we have seen before, like the different mechanics within it. and also the different variety and the styles thrown into the mix. It was just really, really well done. And I never got the vibe talking about multiple combatants in a fight, you know, when he's handling multiple Jedi at once. There was never this problem of one was standing back waiting to attack. There was like active motion, at least on first glance. If I go back, maybe I can find like some holes in it and stuff like that, like the throne room scene in The Last Jedi or anything like that, and just where once you start to analyze it, it just completely falls apart. I didn't notice anything in this initial watch, but like it seemed like they were handling that very well by utilizing his kicks, his blocks, his utility, his helmet, his gauntlet. There was always somebody trying to get on him until he could whittle down the numbers. Like I never felt like there was a moment where somebody was just hanging back waiting for their cue to take a swing. And that's another thing that I really appreciated about this. And again, maybe if I go back and rewatch it, I'll find something when I'm not distracted by the fucking massacre that is going on screen. From the reveal of the identity behind the Sith, like I love the demeanor, I love the change, I love his vibe, I like his entire aura, and I liked his cover as well. You know, like the whole meek and wheezy little guy, he's like, you know, it's just a little too much, he's a little suspicious, but he's kind of like a little goof. But then drops it all, and he is a fucking beast. I like that it's his goal is purely just to be able to exist, to not have to hide, and to be able to pass on his knowledge, to have a pupil of his own and not have to live exclusively in the shadows, but that's the world that's been created. He just wants to be free, unleashed, unchained, untethered, use the Force without any of their rules. He was like, I made peace with my darkness. What about you? What are you doing with it? You know, calling out to Soul and like the shit we don't know, the stuff that he's been holding off on revealing to Osha, like the truth, the guilt, the whatever that he's been hiding and burying, like that shadow, that darkness. And had she not stepped in, he was about to take him out. So good job, Osha. Probably should have let him take that one. I think that's going to bite them in the ass down the road. But, you know, we've seen, at least as displayed by their antagonistic relationship with those witches, you know, and what we learned from them as well is, you know, the Jedi very much so restrict any practitioner of the Force outside of their own viewpoint, finding that they were there and then passing on that knowledge. It was heavily implied, if not outright said, that they were not allowed to do under law. So that's kind of wild to explore an area of this universe where that was the case, where there was a literal restriction on who could actually openly practice the Force or exploring those avenues. And those that were not Jedi were kind of, you know, looked down upon and cast into this other category. It's interesting. Again, there's allusions to something else having happened on that night. Like May said, they invaded our home, but she also didn't deny what she did or what she was being accused of. Like, and from her point of view, depending on how you look at that, and again, this is all depending on, has Osha's memory been altered? And, you know, it's not like that's unheard of at all. Like, the Jedi in the past have done that, at least in the EU. I know a lot of this show has taken some inspiration from the Old Republic era, KOTOR, KOTOR 2 specifically, for some of the ideas that are being incorporated in the show. And I mean, that's kind of the kickoff point with Darth Revan. Like, he got to be so much of a problem that once they finally found him in a vulnerable position, they used the Force to wipe his memory because he was so useful as an asset that rather than kill him, lock him up or whatever, they're like, well, maybe if we give him false memories, a new life, a new identity, we can retrain him and induct him back into the Order, fresh and new and unspoiled. You know, they just twisted his mind and created an entire fake life for the greater good, of course. But then after everything, you know, May does what she does and she knocks out both of them, leaves Soul. Obviously, like, weird to me that she didn't like apprehend him, take out, well, I mean, she had her whole little plan, I guess. I don't know if this was something she decided on the fly when Osha kind of didn't, you know, accept her with open arms, maybe like she had hoped, or this was the goal from the get-go. But when she took her away, you know, was tried to like win her over, leading to her knocking her out because they weren't going to see eye to eye, at least yet, with things the way they are. and then she swaps clothes with her, cuts her hair, and then goes to find Sol. I was a little befuddled as to why she left Sol behind and didn't at least bring him along. Okay, Osha's probably not going to take anything I say with any level of value, so what if I just tied him up and then made him confess, here and there? I don't know. It feels a little weird to me that and that's not, I'm not saying that that's a writing problem. I think that's just May. Her mindset is so scattered, and we've seen her motivations change on a whim. So I don't know if that's just the nature of her character, because if we do take Osha's flashbacks at face value, she was a little topsy-turvy. Let's not even pretend otherwise. Coming back to that too, on top of Yord and Jecki too, we also lost Pip. She had to sacrifice Pip in the wake of all this as part of this little getaway scheme. But Basil, I don't like looking at that little thing. I people losing their shit over that thing being so cute. That thing unnerves me, and I can't pinpoint why. But anyway, the thing's all about scent. He picked up Pip, and if he sniffs that, it would have Osha's scent. And even though there are twins, there's gotta be these little intricate details that maybe tell them apart. And maybe Basil might be able to come in for the save with this situation with May going in undercover to try to get the jump on Sol. And I don't know what her goal is pretending to be May to begin with, because she could have killed him without waking him up, unless she just wants to be the one that he confesses to rather than Osha. I don't know. I don't know what Osha's game is right now. I'd be very curious to hear your all's thoughts on that. My only issue with this episode is the same one I've had with many of the previous episodes, is I feel like a lot of the conversations, a lot of the dialogue just doesn't feel natural. It's very clunky. This episode doesn't have that problem a lot, given a lot of this episode is action, so there's not as much talking as normal, but it just comes down to when it's May interacting with Osha for the most part. Especially in this episode, that scene towards the end was just so awkwardly paced. It just didn't feel like a real conversation. I didn't really have that problem all that much with any of their individual interactions with other characters. It's just when they're playing opposite one another that it just feels kind of flat. It didn't help that that whole interaction ended with Osha being gently force pushed off screen, and we don't even pan to see the impact. We just hear a and the muffled ass distant thud, and then cut to her just being casually unconscious. She just, how? I rolled my eyes internally. And again, I feel like last episode would have benefited greatly, because this episode was relatively short, with all things considered, lots of action. I think individually, this episode in a vacuum by itself is probably one of the better episodes, or even the best episode of the season, in the way that it was structured, the editing, the performances, everything kind of all culminated really nicely in this episode. Last episode, in my book, is still the worst of the season so far, and so much of it didn't really move the story forward. A lot of it was padding. You could have trimmed the last episode down, I think, to even just 10 minutes, slapped it into this one, and then have them traversing the forest, have them doing their thing, tracking them down, and then lead straight into this. A lot of my problems with the last episode would be alleviated. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Guys, what are your thoughts? I would love to hear from you all. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, gives you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny, Yord, Scott, Melito, Rubber, Anguiano, Jeffrey Hill, Jake Contrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, and Russell Crockett. Thank you guys so much for continued support. That's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. But until then, may the force be with you always. Take care, everybody.